A little late to this, but finally, that Mario Direct that many of us have been wondering when it would show up has shown up, and it had its ups and some downs, and if I had to summarize it in one word, I would say questionable. And I'm here to give my thoughts on it. Let's go in order of announcements. Super Mario Bros. Mr. Game & Watch. It has 35 little touches to it. I get it. It's not my thing, but I won't bash it for basically being a little collectible, and that's all I really see it as. I don't need this when my 2DS has this game and already has a clock feature. Like I said, it's nice, but it would be one of those things I would buy to never open, and that's not for me. I like using the stuff I buy. How could you? You made me want this port! I haven't bought any of the Wii U ports except for the wonderful 101, and I've never been a big fan of 3D World. But gosh darn it, you made the improvement it desperately needed! And you didn't even say it in the Direct! I don't know what Bowser's Fury is. My guess is a very difficult world much like the one we got in Galaxy 2. From what I've heard, the game runs faster, there'll be new amiibo, and the best feature is the thing that everyone asked for, online co-op, but we're not gonna tell it in the Direct. What is wrong with you? I've always thought this game was kind of forgettable with the level designs. I remember most of them from the trailers. But the multiplayer was the best part, and now we have online for it! For me, this is more exciting than the game that was finally confirmed later, but we'll get there. If this looks familiar, it should! You versus 34 other Mario players, interacting with each other like more items, enemies, and such. And yes, it's done by the Tetris 99 people. Or person, or I'm not sure how many of them worked on this, but you get my point. I made the mistake of not paying attention to when it gets released and went to the eShop page to not find anything because it's not coming out until October. I really wanted to stream that on Twitch, but I guess we'll have to wait. This looks to be completely chaotic, and hectic, and free, which are all great things in a multiplayer game, but you better have paid for that online Switch account. It only has one problem, and it's not the only game to have it, but I'll save it for later so I don't repeat myself. I'm really hoping this isn't what they meant by Mario Kart 9. Haven't seen the video yet, but that's promising. As a kid, I would have begged for this. This is as best as a toy to life as we can get. So can we finally retire them for good now? Unless you're actually going to come up with a remote-controlled Mario that can really jump, I think this should be far enough. And yes, a toy was able to do Mario Kart Maker before an actual game in the series. I know they wanted to before, but here it is now. And to be fair, how else could they have done that unless they were to come out with their own pre-registered tracks? I'm horribly worried about the idiots that will try to do a real-life Toad's Turnpike. The views you get from making a video on it won't be enough to cover the damage you've caused and your bail. So please don't do that stupid idea. However, I am more than willing to bet that there will be a channel dedicated to making crazy indoor tracks which will be amazing and get plenty of views for a couple of months before people start losing interest. And the Rainbow Road track will get the most views, just calling it like I see it. Look at all the different ways to enjoy Mario, like the Mario Maker Challenge, Smash Challenge, Splatfest event, Animal Crossing, Mario-themed product. And that's about it. I'm looking forward to the Splatfest one the most, since I never really got to participate in too many of those. But yeah, that's about it. Moving on. Yes, to finally have this collection again. Yes, these games were already on the NES Switch Online, but here you get the updated visuals, music, save system, and once you've beaten the game, you can go back to, I believe it's any world you want! We're streaming a Mario 3 co-op, where we have another player join for a world, and then have another player take over for them in the next. We're only halfway through, but it's been a fun ride! Not sure if we'll do the other games. Maybe Mario 2, but there's no co-op for that one. Here we are, the bittersweet reveal. The rumors were true. Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy all in one package. Galaxy 2? Nope. You know what they should have done? Just combine the games into one. Port Galaxy levels to 2 or bring 2 to 1, whatever. Why didn't they do that? Well, that's only one question I have out of 5 or so. But first, the good stuff. Their updated visuals, crisp and clean. Maybe we'll see if that plaque actually says L is Real 2001, even though we already know it is. The Joy-Con will work as a Wiimote pointer, though I had found out about that already in the Clubhouse games. But you can also use the touchscreen while in handheld mode, so that's good. We have the soundtracks from all 3 of them, and they are legendary. That's really all I have for the good news. Now for the whys. Number 1. Why didn't you include Galaxy 2? Please don't tell me that's going to be some $20 DLC. Number 2. Why can't you use the GameCube controller for Sunshine? That makes no sense at all. Number 3. Why couldn't you stretch 64 to 16:9? Can we at least have borders? Number 4. Why on God's green earth would you only have this and Mario 35 available for a limited time? No, this is not the first time they've done stuff like this, but that's no excuse to keep doing this! If it was just a physical copy that was limited, I could at least say they're doing the physical for collectors. There's always downloadable, but for both? There's no defending this! Why would you limit how much money you can make on this? There are people who are still having trouble at the moment and may not be able to get this before the time is up. If this really is an attempt to get more money faster by creating a limited time offer, then I can't look at it as anything but an underhanded tactic that no one is happy with. And that's not even taking into account just how much some of these games could have done if they actually gave them a little quality of life treatment. It looks like all they really did was enhance the visuals, which is nice. But that also means that we're probably going to have the same problems that the originals had. I'm worried the boat parts in the mountain will still control horribly. There will still be frustrating camera angles and controls at times. And the blue coins will still suck. Sunshine was the one I felt needed to be remade the most because it could have greatly benefited from correcting a number of these problems, and heck, maybe try to put in some of those cut levels, which would have toned down how many blue coins we really needed. I know that's asking for a lot, but Sunshine could have really used it. Also, just saying, my thoughts on Sunshine have actually changed for the better, but I'm not ready to go into that just yet. Wrapping up my thoughts on the Mario Direct, I have a lot of questions, such as why was the shadow dropped on us, and all the other ones I've brought up before. But overall, it was a nice Direct with just a number of things that don't make sense. The one I'm most excited for is the 3D World port, because it's the one that adds what it desperately needed. I'm not a fan of them making 3D All-Stars a limited time offer, and I do feel it's a bit higher priced than it should be. I actually think it should be about $50, but I'll live. And if you've already pre-ordered it because you were worried you might not get a copy, I did the same, so I don't blame you, I blame Nintendo. And the ones I'm not interested in don't really hurt anything. This also seems like a good time to bring this up. I plan to review the 3D Mario games, along with a couple of remakes that came out this year. If you think I won't get this done, I understand it's not the first time I've made plans like this, but I at least want to try it. Well, those were my thoughts. Now it's time to hear yours. Did you like it? Were you disappointed? Did it almost feel confusing to you guys like it did me? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in another video. Later, everyone!